So, Natalia, for those people that don't know you, do you mind just giving a quick intro of who you are, where you're from, and then your background?
So I'm psychologist. More than 20 years I'm psychologist. In my country, I choose in Bulgaria like the most successful psychologist of year. Forbes magazine choose me also like one of the phenomen successful coach because they give me like award one of the best in Balkanic country. I'm an actress, I'm a writer, I have 10 books. I know all about psychology. I have 2 degrees in this area, and I am famous because I work with a lot of celebrity people, which I help to be celebrity
Yeah.
and help to develop. I work with dating, relationship, marriages. I was 19 years married. I have a son, 5 years old, and have different stages in relationship.
Mm.
And I believe I have more than 1 million followers in my social media, and people looking for me to help them to solve problems in relationship.
Interesting. So I guess obviously like you spend most of your time in obviously the dating sector and the relationship sector. You're often referred to as sort of a relationship guru. So I guess the first question I want to ask you is where do most women, and obviously you aim towards women. So where do most women go wrong these days when approaching the dating market?
First, today, like never, people so single. A lot of single people. A lot. People, 80% of marriage finish with divorce.
Mm.
A lot of people even don't marry. Situationship, it's new termin, new
Mm.
word, which we put today, and we will speak about this. Today, people don't want to be married. They prefer to be on date all time because you have a Tinder, you have all applications, and you just sweep a new person, a new person, a new person.
Yeah.
And women today are very demanding. We came to men with huge list of quality which we would like one man to give to us. Never ever in the history of relationship women not was so demanding. Because if you I work every day with class, they have only 8 sessions only today. All women who come to me say, I want him to be rich, successful, smarter than me, sexual, funny, romantic, to like me, to want to have kids with me, to love my mom, to travel together. And it's long list.
Yeah.
Usually before many years ago, one community, entire village must to cover all these needs.
Yeah.
Today, women expect it from one man.
Yeah.
And I listen men view of point. My view of point, especially if you're 2021, I have one client, he is 21, he is 30. And he told me, I choose her because her problem is her problems.
Mm.
I play PlayStation in her house, and she said me, baby, and I said, what? She said, nothing. She know that I cannot solve her problem. I cannot. I don't have power. If something broken or something, this is not my fault. I cannot do this. And more today, men prefer women to solve their problem alone.
Yeah.
I listened to one very big American podcast, and guy, he's the leader. He told me, I like my girlfriends because she don't expect me to solve her problem. She called her mother, sister, brother, father, friends, and after, if all of them people cannot solve, she come to me and say, no, I have problem. I say, what your mother told? What your father told? Hey, do like this, it's good. And she say it's more easier. I have a lot of my problems. So why I need to solve her problems?
Yeah. So I guess what you're saying there is obviously a lot of men are becoming quite reliant on women. But you outlined women having this sort of criteria list of things that they want in men. You know, they want them to be rich, good looking, successful, X, Y, Z. Why has it changed so drastically? You know, in such a short space of time, where women now want this from the modern man.
Because has one amazing articles in Forbes about feminine independence.
Mm.
Today, women have money. When you give money to women, everything change. I'm influencer, and we spoke with my colleagues influencers. They told me you can make more easier money. I say why? See, because you can sell everything: clothes, makeup, shampoo, cosmetics, everything. I'm as a man, I cannot do the same. You can make 10 times money than me only because you're a woman today.
Mm.
Today, all government help and support feminine business.
Yeah.
And a lot of businesses today, it's small businesses, feminine business, all about astrology, psychology, podcast, all the stuff. It's female story. And today, women make can make money very easy. And when a woman have money, she say, "Why I need to be with a man who is older than me?" It's magazine Forbes told this.
Mm.
Say before a woman was dependent of men because money, and she choose man who is older than her because he has more money, has more experience, and then she choose to be with him. Today, when woman good looking, she's nice, and today you have a lot of botox, motox. It saved you 10 years. I saw yesterday this movie, Baby Girl with Nicole Kidman. She's 57 in this movie, 57, and
Yeah.
she's so beautiful and sexy. And the guy, 25, British guy, and they're together play the roles. It's exactly, and it's very famous movie now. And it's like new tendency in a relationship. Older woman who is very good looking will have money and control, and she choose young boys.
Yeah. It's almost like reversed the roles, hasn't it? Usually it's the older man
Yes.
going after the younger girls.
Yeah. And women today say, "Oh, he's too old for me. I'm 40. He's 40." No, 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 no. 25, 27, my age.
Would it be
It's a
fair? Would it be fair to say that basically what you're saying is that women, when women achieve success or when they achieve money, it usually makes them, for lack of a better way of saying it, a worse person? Is that true?
women say no compromise more.
No compromise. Yeah, exactly.
A woman now want not just sex or intimacy, she wants fantastic orgasm. She wants to find her G point, to understand what to do with her body. She wants everything. I'm sexologist, and also accept all my education. And women come to me and say, "I don't want to live with men which whom I not enjoy." And this movie again, she was 25 years marriage, and she told him, "I never have orgasm with you.
Yeah.
I don't want to be there. I want my orgasm. I want my pleasure."
Mm.
And when a woman don't make money, she depend of men. She pretend, she make compromise, she forgive, she close her eyes. But when she's independent, she say, "No, no, no. My mother was stay there. She suffer a lot with my father. My father was bad with her. She suffer. I'm not my mother. I will make my money and I will do all what I want. I will travel, I will go with young boys, and I will enjoy." Barbie Land, the same movie,
Yeah.
the
So,
same story.
so what advice would you give to women? Because obviously you're saying that success changes them. They sort of have less time for men in terms of like they don't accept things as much. So what advice you obviously talk about, you give advice on how to get a woman to meet the Mr. Right, as you put it. So what advice do you give to women to meet Mr. Right? Because obviously it's not money. So what is it?
Yes, my first question to women is with what you're ready to make compromise. Because with in one person, we sure you cannot find all the list. You cannot. It's not exist.
Right.
Ideal men don't exist, and you need to make compromise. Or if he don't have money, or he is not so smart, or he have kids from before, or he is more old. Only if you have compromise, you have chance to have a kids and to have a family. Otherwise, eggs finish
Mm.
and you say one moment, "Oh my gosh, I need to have a baby," and it's too late.
What would
Stop to look for Mr. Right.
what would you say to those women that say I don't want to compromise? What would you say to those?
They should stay alone. It's true. It's ugly truth.
Absolutely.
It's ugly truth, but it's truth. Because otherwise, it's not exist ideal man.
Yeah.
Sometimes he's married. Sometimes he's very good man. He's after a good age, looking good, successful. Has only one disadvantage, but big. He's married.
Mm.
Because married man usually when woman find him when he was 20, she grew up him, he become to a really fantastic man, but it's her job.
Mm.
And then some women say, "Okay, I will steal your husband and I will make him my husband," but it's not work. In mostly of time when it's happened after, it doesn't work because it's work together. You create this husband, you make him like this.
Yeah.
It's a work from in the couple work. It's not like he was ready. Man born like a boy, he become to be man through the woman which around him.
Yeah.
I was today make one video about Melanie and Donald Trump, and I told he has three wives, but he becomes to be two times president with Melanie.
Right. Okay.
And Melania, she's very pushed him to go to politician career and have her this success. She deserve it.
Yeah.
The same man with another women not have this.
It's interesting because, like, what I heard this saying a long time ago, it said that women often wait at the finish line and pick the winners almost. And, like, women are getting more sort of based on that premise of, they're trying to pick the men that have already won rather than invest in a man and build him up. And like you said a minute ago, like a lot of the greatest men were built, with a woman, with a woman, that strong woman there helping them through the day to day. And they always give that gratification to the woman and say, oh, I couldn't have done it without her. And that you're seeing that less and less now. It's almost a case of women sometimes from the way I see it in relationships, they're very quick to leave when it's not going their way. You see in like my mum and dad, I know for example, like they had tough times, but my mum always stuck there, and she there was 4 kids to look after, and she always did the day to day. And you're seeing that a lot less of just a case of when it gets difficult, people are exiting relationships. But obviously this is not all due to women. So where would you say that men are going wrong in modern dating or modern relationships?
Men today become to be a little bit lazy because many years ago, you just must be a man. Society push you to marry, and you can be not good husband, but she will never divorce. My parents are together 45 years. We are 3 kids, and they have very tough period. But my mother say, I will never ever divorce your father. I will never divorce because it's very difficult. She's a doctor to grow up 3 kids. I'm a doctor. I work in hospital. If he not help me, I cannot to grow up you and your sisters. I must to stay with him.
Mm.
We love, not love. It's difficult, but we stay here. We're not like you. I don't have your freedom to do what you want, and I suffer in many cases, but I will stay here. And man, he can be not good husband, but his wife will stay with him because it's society.
Yeah.
Because not was correct to divorce, was shame for family if you divorce, and all this stuff.
Yeah. So
And men feel very lazy, mostly of men which I know in my childhood, they drink, they don't work, they do what they want, but women stay. Today women say, "Oh, no, 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 guys. If you want to be with me, you go to work, you go to wash your body, you go to the gym, where's your 6 packs? Where's your sense of humor? Who will cook for us?" Soon story, one couple, they're young people, go to mother and father, and mother of the boy cook very good food, and he come back home and say, it's so nice, your father told I'm hungry and your mother make very good dinner for all of us. I'm hungry. She say, me too, can you order pizza for me also?
yeah. Whereas back in the day, it'd have been, oh, don't worry, sit down, take a load off, I'll cook you a meal, etc. So obviously, like there's fault on the both parts, but what would you say would be some of the solutions that men and women could do in order to build relationships in the modern day to be stronger?
Solution today is money. We live in this area when money and power manage everything. Today, who have money, this person, money and beauty, has more biggest chance to have relationship.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, for both cases. Today, I know soon I have clients, and she told me my husband split with me because I lost my work, my job, and he go to another lady. She's very rich, and to relocate to her house. And this lady is 62, my husband 40.
Mm.
Today, money manage a lot. I have new generation there, not my generation. I'm 41. We are still connect with love, with romantic. I was married at 20 and I was fall in love with my first husband. We go through the love, not through this. But new generation, very, very different.
Yeah.
How many followers you have, what you are doing, what is your plan, and even very often it's happened. Men ask where you live, how rent, you have own business, what is your profit, and very normally, for example, in America, I have many clients from New York. Girls told me we go to the date, and the first question is about money.
Yeah.
He see if it's too difficult. For example, if I have my own apartment. Plus, if I have my car, plus, if I have good job, plus, if I don't have this, say, okay, let's see. Maybe next time we will see each other.
Mm.
For men, the
Thank you so much for watching this video so far. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and comment. And also, if you can hit that subscribe button down there, it helps us out massively.
same situation. And today it's a lot of competitors. From this reason, people very often stay single and stay alone.
Yeah. So yeah, like I heard a long time ago, a lot of, when talking about different sort of dating experiences, a lot of people said it almost feels like an interview. Like sitting on a date feels like an interview of like, have you got this, tick, tick, and then like, if they might ask you a question, sometimes you're afraid to tell it. And obviously like with that, like more people are inclined to lie then as well. And then that's where deceit happens. So you're building foundations of relationships on false foundations. So that is interesting. But you referenced before, you said the word situationships, and obviously this is a very common word in society now. It's almost become part of the dictionary. Like it's probably almost a word in the dictionary at this point. But why are so many people engaging in situationships rather than just engaging in a full-blown relationship? Like, why are they choosing to just have sex and have all the physical side to it without the commitment?
Without it, because it's more easier.
Mm.
Today, all clients come to me and say, Natalia, I want to have easy life. I don't want to work. I want some work, like enjoy my life. And I say, hello. Are you seeing that people who is stomatology, for example, they enjoy every day to spend 8 hours to be dentist, to make our
Yeah,
teeth?
yeah.
You think that all people who build the building, they are so enjoying the hot, cold weather to go to build. All of us, we work,
Mm.
and all of us work hard. And it's cannot possible to work only 4 hours and to be super rich because many people read the books, work less, work 4 hours, work smart, and to be rich.
Mm.
No, it's not truth. Someone need to work. Relationship is also work. Relationship is huge work.
Yeah.
You work, you work, you work. Today people say, okay, if it's even little bit, I have not a lot of clients, girls. We go to date, he came with dirty car. I decide not to meet with him more.
Mm.
Finish. Or she came on date and she asked me some stupid questions. No, too boring. Back. And like this all time, because very easy to find another partner. You open all updates and everybody ready for sex. And also today, girls also take sex. For example, if you ask your girlfriends if you're around 40, when you have sex last day? 1 year you without sex? Oh, what's wrong with you? You need to have a sex.
Mm.
And already, like, it's not good not to have a sex, like it's shame if you don't have sex. It's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
And today, girls also want to have sex, not only in marriage. A lot of people don't want to have kids today. Today, people prefer to have dogs or pets
Yeah.
than to have children, and don't want obligation. Want to have easy life,
Mm.
to enjoy, too easy to go to Thailand, to work less, to work online, not to go on this obligation.
What happens to the women that choose what you just said? That they choose the dog over a relationship, or they choose to go traveling rather than find someone worth being in a relationship with. What happens to those people?
First, we less kids because usually around 40 they decide suddenly that they want to have a kids,
Mm.
and they come to me and say, I want kid now, I need to find man now. I say, 40 years, what you're thinking? No, 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 now I'm ready. First. Second, situationship usually it work in one side. Usually women start situationship with idea that this man will fall to love in her.
Yeah.
And she expected, okay, I will give him sex, and slowly, slowly he will fall in love on me. But it's not true. We are women. We fall in love in men with whom we have good sex.
Mm.
Sometimes we don't like men so much, but if sex was fantastic, women say, wow, because oxytocin came to her blood and she feel very attached. She feel very closeness with this man.
Mm.
She wants to hug and she wants relationship. For men, it does not work like this.
Yeah.
A man fall in love when he make effort.
Mm. Yeah.
When he suffer a lot, when he make a lot of effort, slowly, 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 he start to fall in love.
Yeah, like men like that sort of chase, don't they? Like I've seen this as well in terms of in my experience, I've seen it, and I've even been a part of it when when people are in situationships. I've seen it where girls can often fall in love with the guy like over a period of time, whereas it never really works in the other way because the guy's already realistically got everything he already wants. Like so, like by giving it up front, it almost it almost shoots the girl like the girls are shooting themselves in the foot, like, for lack of a better phrase. Why is it like that exactly? Do you want to just deep dive into the psychology behind that of why it's that way?
Because men want only sex. For men, sex is like a food. He wants to eat. He wants to fuck. He wants. He see woman, doesn't matter her age, okay, more than 18, less than 80, but he just want her.
Mm.
For women, it's not understandable. We women, we need love. We are always looking from romantic story. He see on me. I see how he saw me. It was so special. He fall in love. I feel it. I feel it. Soon situation. One client of me, she met with one guy in date site. They go to dinner and he told her, I like you so much. I need to make love with you. It will special night. Trust me. And she trusts him. They go, they make sex. And next day he disappear.
Mm.
Not call, nothing. She called to me after 3, 4 days and crying, he disappeared. I think, how you think? Why he disappeared? Think women. She told me, maybe he have car accident. Something happened with him. Said number two, maybe he work very hard and maybe he don't have time, but in Saturday, Sunday, we sure he will call me. Number three, I think he fall in love with me and he very afraid that I will break his heart.
Mm.
Natalia, we need to speak with him. I said, who me? You and me. He needs psychologist. I need to explain him. You need to help me to explain that I not will break his heart. All okay. We can be together. I can marry him. I like him so much. But I said, wait. How you understood that he fall in love with you?
Mm.
I saw it in his eyes when he penetrated me. It's a real story. Women believe in this.
Is this a
When I
common
take
thing
my
that
friends
women
around
believe?
me, I just check this. They say, yes. So what, yes? You also believe in this when it's happened? And for him, it was just fast sex. Okay, fast food, bam, bam. Nothing, not feelings. But for her, it can be traumatized her from forever. Because
Mm.
after this, she say, will never go out with men. 1 year I will stay and cry alone. I never try. And if other men will come to me, I will say, I will give you sex. You're a bad man. I know what will happen and a lot of traumatized women.
Yeah.
But again, it was her illusions. And again, need minimum 3 meetings before sex, minimum, to understand if you want. And you need to feel when you want.
Yeah.
And you always can say, I like you, but I'm not ready to sleep with you.
Right.
I need more time.
So that's like obviously on the male side of the male leaving the girl, obviously when they've lost somewhat of like respect for her and they don't want that relationship because she's given them X, Y, Z up front. But what about the other way around? What about where a man and a woman have had a relationship for a prolonged period of time where they've been in love or whatever, but then why is it that sometimes women often lose respect for those types of men over a period of time and end up like obviously leaving them? Obviously, we see how much the relationships end. Why is it that women sort of actively push the
Usually,
breakups?
we are women, we are a little bit stupid. We are women, we like problematic, bad asshole men.
Right.
Man is good with us, we don't appreciate.
Mm.
If he's asshole and he's very bad behavior, he flirt with another woman, he don't give us anything, he disappear. After 11 o'clock call you, baby, are you home? I can pass by. Women were stupid.
Mm.
When men really very good with you, very supportive, give you flowers, tell you compliments, cook for you breakfast, make a massage of your legs, women say, oh, he's so boring, I don't like
He's
him, I
too
don't feel
nice.
sexual attraction.
So yeah, they often come out with the he's too nice for me. That's usually like. So why is it that women seek that sort of asshole over the nice guy?
Mostly of us, when I make the statistic, grow up in not so happy family.
Right.
Because family life is tough, especially when it's have poorness or a problem with money, always have some conflicts, scandals, and a lot of kids will grow up in emotional movement up and down. One day your parents happy together, another day they want to split, they scream, fight, another again. And your mind, your unconscious mind use to have pain. When I feel pain, when I feel not stability up and down, he loves me, he disappear. He call me, he don't call me. He call me, he go with another lady. If I have this emotional movements up and down, I recognized, I know it. It's something relative.
Mm.
I saw it in my family. It's work for me. And then when we accept it, when we see it, when we say, I saw it in my family, we have sexual attraction.
Right. So it's like a familiarity.
Yeah.
Right.
When it's familiar, it's something what I know. Especially if your father was alcoholic, violence, you like alcoholic, violence men.
Right.
Nice guy come to you, but you say, I don't have sexual attraction.
Mm.
Because not reminded me my father.
Yeah. It's not as
Back to
exciting.
family.
Yeah. So what are some of the most common questions that women come to you for advice for? What are some of the things that they say that they need your advice on?
First, where to find Mr. Right. And it's not about where, it's about even you go, no, nice restaurant, nice hotel, you see men around you. But if your inner feeling, if you as a woman don't attractive to them, you can see him, but he not choose you.
Mm.
And I tell first who choose you, which men come to you, which men make you compliments, which men invite you for coffee, and usually reply, "Oh, some losers, man. I don't like them. It's not my level." I say, "Sorry, it's exactly your level. It's exactly your level."
Yeah.
Because man who is around one lady, it's exactly cleaner, very clean, very honest. It's your level.
Mm.
She can wants to be with some Superman, but he wants to be with supermodel.
Yeah.
Say you're not supermodel, you're not a superstar, you're one ordinary lady. Why you want not ordinary man?
Mm.
Of course, ordinary men will come to you because you're ordinary lady. And sometimes I must to be very rude with my clients because I want some big businessman. I say you're seller in the shop.
Mm.
Why one businessman need to choose you?
Yeah.
Without me, my colleagues invite me for coffee. Say exactly. If you want Superman, go to make MBA, make education, develop, make your business to be the same environment, to be the same level with this man which you want.
Yeah. It's like that
Or
common thing. Oh,
who
sorry.
is very overweight, I want some very athletic man. Go gym. In gym you can find, but also you will change your body in this.
Yeah, it's something that I conversate with a lot of girls, and even on our podcast, we've talked to girls, and we ask them, like, how do they rate themselves, and the amount of girls, especially when girls are together, I notice as well, they'll self-delude each other and say, "Oh, you're a 10, or you're super good looking," and all that sort of rhetoric where it like misleads them massively. And a lot of the time, especially what I've seen is when girls often have sexual relationships with men, it might not be a relationship, but they'll have sex with a man, they suddenly think that that's their level, so that they'll never go lower than that. It's like, well, I've slept with this guy now, so then, if he's famous, or if he has a following, or if he's an influencer, well, I now deserve this type of guy. So all these guys below, well, they can get fucked, sort of thing. So can you just
You know, when
dive into
men
that a little bit?
see a woman who is more bigger level than him, usually he wants to marry her
Mm.
because he said, "Wow, she's a very jackpot for me. I want her immediately." If men a long time stay in situationship and just have sexual relationship, he knows and she knows inside him that she is more low level than him,
Mm.
and for this reason he can stay forever with her in sex. Because if she will honest and she will go to her level, she not will find this type of man.
Yeah.
And or she must accept to have only sexual relationship, but with man who is better, smarter, richer than her, or she need to go the same level like her, some colleague sales manager in the shop, and to go with him.
Yeah.
And with him, they can have marriage.
Yeah, it's kind of like, well, obviously women are hypergamous, women date up, and then men tend to be fine with dating down. That's usually how it works. But can a woman date across or even down and be perfectly fulfilled and happy in life?
What do you mean?
Let's take a 7 out of 10 female. Can she date a 7 out of 10 man, or even a 6 out of 10 man, and be perfectly happy and have a good relationship with that person and be perfectly in love?
Problem in women, then usually they don't understand what they want. Example, one client come to me, she is very successful businesswoman from very rich family and a politician family. And she told me, I want man politician successful like me, the same level. She's very demanding. She's very difficult. She travels 7, 8 months per year. All time she's with her phone. She not cook. All time restaurants, assistants. And I say, listen the truth. You don't need successful strongman politician. You are too busy for him.
Mm.
You need one very comfortable man, comfortable, who can follow you, who can work online because you travel a lot, who wants to cook for you, to take care about you, to be like your personal assistant, and to help you to support your business. Because if he has his business, he will go to India, you go to China, and you will never meet.
Mm.
No, I don't want this. I say, believe me. And thank you God, it was break her laptop, and she invites some IT guy in home to fix it. And when guy came home, he fixed her laptop, and they start to speak. And she remember my words. And she say, okay, do you want to drink a tea? Do you want to drink a wine? And in the end, it's happened. Now they're very happy married. And soon I saw her, she said, you was totally right. Because all time I travel, he's travel with me, he solve all technical stuff around me. He has job like IT, but he work online and it's easy for him. He help mostly in my business. We have a kiddo. Now he take care about kiddo because I not to stop my business.
Mm.
And I'm very, very appreciative and happy with him because he's really supportive.
Yeah.
But if not you, I will never ever understand. All my life, she came to me when she was 40. I try to find a man who is strong like me, even stronger.
Mm.
And now I understood that I don't need it. I
Yeah.
need supportive men.
Mm.
And my work very often to help women to understand what really she need.
Yeah.
And when we have clear picture, usually it's happen very fast.
Yeah, I mean that's a great story to be fair, and like that is realistically what should happen most of the time. But I would argue that's probably an exception to the rule. I would probably argue that most women wouldn't be capable of that. Now, is that something you would? I think most women who would want to, who would, the IT guy, if they met that person, if they hadn't have spoke to you and hadn't have understood the knowledge, their biological and natural urges would have forced them away from that. Would you agree with that?
Yes, a lot of women are very confusing because social media.
Mm.
They see another woman who is like happy married, la 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 la, show some beautiful family picture. It's fake.
Mm.
No, I work with a lot of celebrity, a lot, very very rich people in my life, and sometimes I saw one of very famous lady with a lot of flowers. She's my client, and she said it's from my boyfriend. I'm so happy, appreciate, baby, la la. And I make therapy with her. I say, bravo, very happy for you. She said, you know what is it? He has another woman, she's pregnant from him, and he brings me this to say, sorry, baby, bye-bye. But I cannot put it in my social media, this, so at least to use the flowers. And all stories which I know, it's always like this. Always. Another lady, so beautiful with her husband, like this, like this. Also, my client, I say, oh, I'm so happy that you're very good with your husband. Are you crazy? He don't accept my child. I cry every night. My child stay in another home. We fight every day. I say, but in your pictures, say, I must make money. I am selling beautiful stuff. What I need to do? What I can tell the people.
Mm.
And when we see all these stories, believe me, it's 99% fake.
Yeah.
We must do it. In social media, you play the game.
Yeah.
It's your person, like you must show it, show off. But people believe in this.
Mm.
And people say, oh, if she can, why I cannot to do it? I also want to do like this. And from this start all the problems. We look in this ideal partner because on Instagram, this look fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, you're exactly right. Like on social media and especially with the woke culture, it's telling women that, a high value woman needs to be self-sustainable, have all this money, etc. So what does it take to be a high value woman from the expert?
Ah, how value woman today? It's mostly about woman who is very independent. When she lives from her standards, she do what she wants. She good looking. She take care about herself. She has good friends, and for her, very difficult to find a partner
Mm.
because she very demanding with herself, and she compare herself with him, and she will say, "Okay, if I'm how value woman, I deserve how value man, and I want he be like me, superstar."
Mm.
But usually, men superstar use a very ordinary woman.
Mm.
Men like we take again Trump and Melanie, Donald, he choose woman who doesn't work, who stay home, who take care about him. She never speak. She's always supportive, beautiful, but nobody don't have an opinion from her or something. He likes to speak. He likes to be here. He likes to be big star, but she likes to be in shadow of him. And mostly of very famous and really rich couples, the same story.
So if you were to if you were to
Home,
go on.
don't cook. For example, my sister, she's married from millionaire. But when they met, he was poor, and they 23 years they're together. They have four kids. He's very, very rich man. But she always stay home. She was very beautiful, like actress. And he said, or you are actress or you're my wife.
Mm.
She stopped her career, and she only make cooking and dance for him at the home. And sometimes he told me, I'm so talented and I feel so upset that I stay home, but my husband don't allow me to work.
Mm.
And he never will choose woman who is very activity, smart, successful. He will never choose. He needs somebody who stay home and care about kids, about him, about cooking. And mostly of rich men, they want this
Yeah.
woman who don't have career and want to be with him at home.
So what are some of the traits or characteristics that high value women have if you were to make a list?
She believes in herself. She loves herself. She have her goals and very achieve it. She go very straight to her goals. She not make compromise for this reason very often alone. She try to choose the best what she can choose. She always develop and physically and mental and psychological. She likes to be herself and don't like fake things. And sometimes people don't like her so much from this reason
Mm.
because she can be very direct. And in the end, she has a mission. Very often, she has some mission which she want to achieve. Coco Chanel, for example,
Yeah.
she was never married, never kids.
Yeah. In contrast, what makes a high value man?
Um, the same. People have value. Usually, they have big mission.
Mm.
They have big mission. They go to her purpose. They have their goals. They never give up. Even they give down. They take power again to continue. They try again, again, and again until not achieve their targets.
Yeah.
And have big charisma.
Mm.
Like when you stay with this person, you feel the charisma, and you want to be around of them.
Yeah, 100%. So you brought up marriage before and you mentioned the divorce rate. So very simply, why are so many people getting divorced?
Depend of age. For example, I was married when I was 20. I was a student for love, first love. And 31, I wanted to have a kids. My husband doesn't want to have a kids. He said, I want to go spiritual life. I don't want to have kids. If you want to find the kids, let's do a split and you find somebody who wants kids. And he don't have kids until he doesn't have kids until today. And sometimes people have problem with this. One of partner wants kids, another doesn't want.
Mm.
Very often it's happened. Or cannot have, also can be. Sometimes it's different values. For example, in my 31, I was totally different person. I wanted already new things, I want to new development, and you go totally new direction. You want new things in your life. Sometimes people want to find something better. Very often today, women do. um, Today I have a session like this. Women divorce because men, she say, he's stupid. He doesn't want to work. He want to lay down. He want to lay to see Netflix. He don't have ambitions. He don't want support. He don't want help. He's very lazy,
Mm.
and it's more easier to be alone than to be with men like this. Mostly of complaint of women who is around me, my clients, it's this. Not because he beat her or alcohol or something. Before it was like this. Today, mostly the biggest reason of divorce is lazy and stupidity of men.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm.
Mostly. All day work is this. All divorce which I know this, even if he cheat her, but he is working, he's successful, she not divorce with him. She forgive, upset, but forgive. But women cannot forgive laziest of men. When men become to be, I even make one seminar, how to be God, how to take from sofa your husband, because he become to be god of sofa, god of coach. He
Right.
lay down and you cannot move him from TV set. You cannot.
Mm.
He can see all day Netflix and enjoy his life. And woman usually very responsible. She took one job, another job, third job. She all time try and he say, stand up, let's do something, let's run, let's work. And man say, oh no, I'm okay here. And until she not feel tired and she give him back to his mommy. And in divorce, always have two people which we must to blame, him and his mother.
Right. Interesting.
Hmm.
Do you want to elaborate on that a little bit?
Hmm?
Do you want to elaborate on that a little bit? Why is his mother involved so heavily?
Thank you very much for watching and thank you for your support so far. However, YouTube is telling us that over 72% of you are yet unsubscribed to the channel. So if you can do us a massive favour and hit that subscribe button, it'll help this channel out massively and help us create content more in the future.
Because very often mothers, they too care about boys. When you have a boy, I have a boy, we are like a mother, so you're so cute, you're so smart, you're so amazing. Oh, when a woman has a daughter, you're like, again, you put the kilograms when you go to fitness. Why you look like this? You're a girl, you must be more responsible. You're a girl, you're more smarter. And for girls, expect a lot to help at home, to help mommy, to be understandable from very young age. Girl never like a kiddo. Boy say his boy. Let's play, let's do it. And very often men grow up like a boy. And he wait from one mommy to go to next mommy.
Mm.
Even if we say that today there's MILF women, a woman looking for mommy,
Right. Okay.
who cook for him, who do all for him, and even sexual fantasy.
Yeah.
The most popular today. And exactly this, it's go to the mommy, because one mommy grew up you like a small boy. She solved all your problem, always take care about you. And men don't grow up because men are very weak today.
Mm.
And when men don't have connection with his father, and father or was absent, or was died, or was divorced, or was very weak, doesn't work, boy don't have example of strong men
Mm. Yeah.
today. Because if you read the book Sapiens, men before must to go to hunt, to kill animals, to bring food home, to be strong. Today men only stay in the phone and only to hunt from beautiful breast in Instagram.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. What you're saying is men have gone from obviously being so strong to almost the opposite of so weak. Obviously, in marriages, infidelity happens a lot. Obviously, cheating happens a lot. But why do people cheat? What are the predominant reasons that men and women cheat?
Men cheat because it's natural. Sometimes men cheat when his woman more successful and he want to punish her.
Mm.
Because, for example, she is very this movie in Turn with Robert De Niro, fantastic movie. She was very successful woman, very smart, very nice, and her husband stay home and feel very small comparing with her. And then he go on to cheat her because in cheat with some waiter, some ladies not so big level, and with this waiter he feel himself like a god.
Yeah, yeah.
With his wife, he feel himself like very small. And in most of time, men cheat to punish a woman for her success. Otherwise, a man, if he is more rich, successful, he say, "I'm man. I can do all what I want. I like young girls,"
Mm.
and he do it because he's a man. Sometimes it's just good situation. Sometimes he feel tired at home, kids, noise, and he just want to switch off his mind and to go with sexy colleague. But women cheat not less than men. Even I can tell more, but women make it more smarter. Men will never ever understand that she cheat him, except if she doesn't want it. Sometimes women make it to be visible because she wants divorce and she do it visible. Otherwise, you cannot find. A
So,
woman do it perfectly.
what are some of the reasons? What are some of the reasons women cheat then?
Like in movie with a baby girl, not orgasm with your husband. He can be a very good husband, but don't give you this darkness, shadow part,
Mm.
wildness. Sometimes she wants emotional. Sometimes needs some new feelings. Sometimes she don't have big experience and want to try. But mostly of time it's about emotion and attention.
Mm.
Very often her husband prefer to stay in phone all the evening, and when a man stay at home, he must be ready when his wife will cheat him.
Mm.
Because she asked him one time, let's speak, let's speak, let's speak. I'm busy, I'm busy, I'm busy, I'm busy. One moment she will go out and she finds somebody and to cheat only because she feel tired to fight for your attention.
Yeah. So yeah, you're sort of alluding to some warning signs that cheating is going to occur then by obviously her being on the phone. What are some other warning signs that your partner could be cheating on you?
When suddenly, usually when men cheat, he start to blame his wife. You're put away, you not look nice, you're very bad, la 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 la. When he blame her, usually have lover. When a woman wants to make more sex and she's more lovely, usually she has a lover.
Mm.
Because women, when we feel guilty, we want to do opposite. And we are always horny. When you have a lover, you're horny, and you want to fuck everybody, and your lover, and your husband, and everybody. Like you're on this mood. Man, when he sleep and he cheat, he feel guilty.
Mm.
And he doesn't want to feel guilty, and he try to put his guiltness on her shoulders and say, "You're bad, your problem."
Mm.
And I say, "Please, when you cheat her, I can make you seminar how to cheat woman. Try to be nicer with her, bring her flowers, gift. You took your pleasure, give her pleasure." And if he behave correct, woman will accept his lovers very often.
Yeah. A lot of the time in relationships, people, especially in the modern day, a lot of people, to avoid the cheating sort of vibe, they're trying to go with these sort of open relationships where they sort of testing the water. In your opinion, can open relationships or polyamorous relationships, as they call them these days, can they work?
If we grow up in patriarchal family, no way. Also, if one of partner have strong level of sexuality, another very low, no way, because this partner will go all the time out and to make a sex. Another partner say, I don't need. I like only you, and I need you one time per month. I don't need you every day. And even you, it's too much for me. I don't want to go with another partners. Usually, one of partners want open relationship. Another don't have choice.
Mm.
Like she knows if she will say no, they will split, or he will start to make it hide.
Yeah, so one of them
And
just
she
they
prefers
just have to do it.
yeah, like opposite. I have a couples when woman very sexual, man IT, he's not sexual, and she say I want open relationship, and he accepted because not have choice.
Mm.
Otherwise, and he stay home, he not go nowhere with his laptop, and she go with men's.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
But every day I saw the stories.
How has social media and dating apps changed the way we view relationships and dating? What are your thoughts on dating apps, and how has it changed us the way we think about relationships and dating?
It's changed a lot. I make a one research 100 year ago until now, we see how change way of dating. 100 years ago, we meet and we married somebody who lived around us
Mm.
in our village, our tribe. After, when we start to go study, we start to also marry somebody date from our university. And usually until 2021, my mother was married 23, it was very late. Usually you was married 18, 23. You find someone from university and you married from your study. Next level, it was friends. Next level was work, but usually on work already everybody was married. And today, 67% of date happens through date application. 67.
Wow.
Only 3-5% it's study in university. 3-5 it's common friends, common company. 3-5 some social events around party, bar, restaurants, and a little bit from job. But 70% of dates today all from websites, from dating.
Yeah. So it's almost
Totally
reversed.
change. Totally change. And it's a little bit like supermarket, because if you live in one village, you have several colleagues around, several neighbors on your age, and you don't have so big choice.
Mm.
Today, when you open Tinder or some application, you have millions of choices. All nationality, big, and you can choose. I want so big, so small, this age, this age, this. You have all your filters, and you can find everything what you want. From one side, it's the biggest choice of men or women in our life. Our grandma never had it.
Mm.
From another side, we never ever be so lonely,
Mm.
especially in London. People so lonely.
Yeah, I think people they misread the amount of options for viable options. What people don't realize is that, and I think especially this comes on more from the females than male side, is that even though they have social media and Tinder or Hinge or whatever it is, and they have hundreds of people, most of them aren't viable options that they would actually want. So that usually there's sometimes I've seen girls end relationships where, oh, he was too nice, he was too this, he was too that. But it's because they have sort of a safety blanket of thinking, oh, well, I can fall back on all of these options, but they're not options that the girl would want, because she wouldn't respect these men enough to even give them the time of day. And it's interesting when you look at the dating apps, is like, I think I read a stat and it said that males swipe right on 60% of the people that they see, whereas females swipe right on, I think it was less than 5%. So obviously you can see the massive deficit there. So what is like the likelihood of a person actually meeting a long-term partner and them having a successful relationship online? Is it a viable way to meet people, or is it much better to go back to what we know of meet people in person?
You're first totally right. I make one experiment. In party, I make a London dating party. And when my experiment, it was around 120 people in my party, and I put men and 60 was girls and boys, and I put them in two line, men and women. I say, if you like partner opposite of you, you make this. If you don't like this,
Mm.
and they start to do it. If somebody give you this, you go out of the queue,
Yeah.
and they start to do it. Women, one woman, she will say 20 men like this. Only one man she gives this, and this man give her this. And in the end, from all this big 120 people, we collect only two couples, and one of them accidentally they was there. They was married already and have three kids.
But they
We
did.
put married and unmarried everybody in the queue, and
Okay.
accidentally they was together like in the queue,
Right.
and they give each other. So already they was married, and another one couple we collect from 120 people. We collect only one couple from 2 hours.
That's crazy.
So, and it was the same age, the same social groups. So very, very complicated. But from your question, how to make a more easier long relationship, first you need to make deal with yourself. I really want relationship. After you ask, you men, you always want to be with women who need you.
Mm.
It's normally for men because and not but need what you can offer. For example, if you are very funny, you need a woman who needs somebody funny. If you are very like to build something in house, you need to find a woman who need exactly to build something in house. Because if you have talent to build in house and she want, you are very boring. I want you to be funny. It's disrespect.
Yeah.
You not give me anything. You give, but you build house. You cannot make fun or opposite. And first, we need to understand we are women. What if you want long relationship? What exactly you want? What three is the most important things. After what you offer, what you give to men from long relationship. Maybe you are very good cooking, maybe you can have kids, maybe you can accept his kids, maybe you are very kind. And then when you start to go to first you make your application correct in dating site and you explain this. I'm looking from this very honestly, and I'm offer this. Man who is looking the same things and can offer the same. I say, oh, it's me.
Mm.
I have one couple. She very like French classical books, so very specific books. And she wrote this. I like these books, François Sagan, la, la, and I'm looking for men who understand French classical and likes it also. I'm very good in cooking vegetarian, no Indian food, so very specific things. But she find a man who exactly likes the same type of book and exactly likes the same type of food. And he said, I just saw it. Oh, it's my woman.
Mm.
And they met and there until now, I don't know, many years together, 5, 10 years. And then more specific you are, and then more clear you know what you want and what you offer, then more easier is it.
Right. Okay. So is that what you'd advise people, is to make things very specific about what you want in that relationship, and then you're more, even though it's more specific, you're then again more likely to find someone. Is that what you said?
Yes, and second, to give time. Sometimes I meet some people. I say, I have free client, girl and boy, I will meet them. And I have one condition. I say, I will meet you with each other. I have very good partner for you, but you need to have 3 dates without sex. But 3 dates, not 1 date. If you will make one, I not will meet you. 3 date minimum. And people say, why? I say, because you need to have time. And usually first date don't show nothing.
Mm.
One of my clients, she has this condition. I met with one guy, and he was drunk on first date. And she called me, say, he was drunk. I didn't like it. La, la, la. Say, you have 2 dates more. No, I don't want. You have 2 dates more. Okay. And on the second date, he told her, I like you so much. I was so shy. I will never go on dating site that I drank from because I was afraid. I never drank, and from this, even from small shot, I was drunk because I don't drink at all in my life.
Mm.
I'm a very sporty guy. And if she not give him chance from second, third date, he never understood this.
Yeah, of course.
They're married, they have a kid now, and he called me after and said, yes, right. Thank you to go second date and third date. You're totally right. She said, because before you, I go only one date, and all time something happened not okay, I never give a second chance.
Yeah.
My advice, 3 dates.
Yeah.
One date not enough to understand person.
Right. So you'd say 3 dates minimum before this making a
And,
decision.
yeah, and good to be area which common and good for both of you.
Mm.
For example, you both like tennis. Go to play tennis, or go to run if you both run, or go to gym, or go to library, or some concert on some nice tea, wine, something what you really like. Good if your lifestyle is the same style.
You like things in common.
Mm.
Yeah.
Because it's not so common, it will complicate.
Mm. Just to like transition into a different part, I was reading something the other day, and it'd be interesting to get your opinion on it. Obviously, when you get with a partner and then you've been obviously, let's say, going out a few years and you've sort of got into the flow of things, I seen this thing that said basically that couples should start scheduling sex, and
Yes,
I thought
for
about
sure.
that and thought, before I give my opinion on it, I'd like to hear your opinion on that. Should couples schedule sex?
Yes, a couple needs schedule romantic time and sex. For example, in my marriage, always every Friday, it was always time for us. We go somewhere out, we spend some time, and always sex need to be scheduled, especially when you have kids.
Right.
Because if kids home, it's complicated. You need to find the time correct when you can do it. And even if not kids, sex it's not only 5 minutes. Sometimes it's great and only 5 minutes, but it's nice when you can to dance, to speak, to have dinner, to see each other, to share how was past your day, to have some emotional connection. And for this need time.
Right.
And if a woman very tired, she cannot relax, she cannot enjoy the sex. Man, he can. For him, when he's tired, it's clean his mind, and he say, "Oh, I'm so tired. Let's make sex because after this I feel better." She say, "No, no, no. I'm tired. I cannot make sex because I don't have power for this. I need to relax. I cannot. I need to speak, to take my bath, my shower, to take my time."
Yeah, I think it was interesting because obviously, like, I'm a slight bit younger than you, but obviously, from my experience, I was like, I've never been, I'm not married, and I've never been in a massively long-term relationship. So from my perspective, it was like, well, if you happen to like schedule sex, it must be like getting a bit dry. But then obviously you got to think of it in terms of like people who have kids, who have been married, who have obligations, and then obviously the time is much more strict. So I understood it like because basically the trend was the younger people were saying no, you shouldn't have to, which I was kind of falling into that bracket. But then I understood it from an old, people who are married and have those obviously those kids and obligations. I was thinking, obviously it makes sense because the last thing you'd want to do is assume that it was going to happen and then it not happen, and then because you've not scheduled it, it's like it's not happening. So it's much better really to realistically have at least a plan for it. But then I was also reading another thing. It was talking about pregnancy, and I was reading a study. It was saying that different sex positions can have an impact on conceiving a child. Is the best sex position to have to conceive a child? Do you know anything about that?
Mm, important to have a passion because depend in which direction go uterus. For example, if uterus in different back direction, the best position is dog style and all from this side. If uterus normal position, most of pleasure is missionnaire position when after you put your legs up and you stay a little bit with your legs up to go inside the sperm. But very depend on which position your uterus.
Right. Okay.
But we sure need after time to wait is to go inside and little bit take up your butts.
What are some things that couples can do to keep their sex life exciting and obviously keep the longevity of the relationship going?
It's different for men and women. For men, it's important to have something new,
Mm.
new environment, new costume, new place, new position. Always he looking from something new. Woman opposite. We like stability. And woman looking more from emotional when she feels that she is very special for him. For example, he came home, he bring her flowers, he make her massage, he touch her in a special way, he make her small to write something very cute, put her inside and somewhere in her clothes, like small details, and she said,
Mm.
so cute. And through this, she feel excitement and she feel more sex desire. Or it's a beautiful restaurant, beautiful hotel. All time when men make this romantic stuff for women, from every romantic stuff, she's more and more excited.
Mm.
For me, very funny. My first marriage, I asked my first husband, make something romantic for me. And I come home and he's naked dance for me.
Yeah.
I said, nothing in this. And I understand after that for him, it's feel very romantic and nice if I will make him some striptease and it will very excite him.
Yeah.
And I think it's the same for me. But for me, it's not excitement. I'm a woman. For me, it's excitement, flowers, relationship, beautiful gifts. This is excite one woman.
Yeah. So
When you go to Italy, Tuscany, some beautiful view from windows, some specially hotel. Every time a man invest and make effort for women, it's make you horny.
yeah. So for men, it's still the same as it's always been. It's the physical side of things. For women, it's the emotional. Yeah, 100%, 100%. Understand that. If you were just sort of rounding off with the last few questions, if you were to give men, or say there's a top 3 things that men should do to make themselves more attractive to a woman, what are those top 3 things that men should do?
To behave with her as a princess, to give her hands, to really to be gentleman, to be very nice with her. Women appreciate for this. To be very self-confident and to follow his mission. Never follow women. Follow your mission. If she likes you, she will follow you. But you must be loyal to yourself, to your who you are. Never cheat yourself because then she will cheat you also. To be loyal to yourself and to be clean. A lot of women complain when men don't take shower every day or have some stamp on his clothes or not ironing. Women very irritated.
So be a
It's for me
gentleman, be
important.
confident, and then be clean. And what would you say for women? What are the 3 things that women can do to make themselves the best format of themselves for a man?
First, to be friendly and feminine. Because a lot of women go with very serious face. Because she say, if I have serious face, I will have serious relationship. And she stay like this, very serious. And I say, you're on date. Smile. Open your eyes. Open your mouth. To be friendly with her body language, with her smile, with open eyes. When you ask one man how you fall in love on her, from her smile.
Yeah.
She smiled at me and she's friendly. So first to be friendly and feminine, with feminine behavior, feminine clothes, feminine movement, all about femininity. First to be kind. Kindness, very feminine quality. Women, when woman kind and good heart, men feel it. And he fall in love exactly in the kindness of woman. And third, to be wise, not smart, wise, to know how to listen him, how to support him, how to believe, where you can be a little bit flexible, when you can a little bit close your eyes, when you can say, "Wow, it was great." To be a wise woman, it's big blessing for one man.
Yeah. That's
It's
brilliant.
helps him to grow up a lot.
Fully agree with that. Fully agree with that. So to finish off, we'll just have a quick fire round. So these are very quick questions, quick answers. You ready? So love at first sight, real or myth?
Real.
Real. How long should you wait before saying I love you?
3 months.
Can exes really just be friends?
Yes.
Ooh. Sex on the first date, yes or no?
No.
What's the number 1 reason relationships fail?
Stupidity or immaturity. Immaturity, maybe.
How often should couples be having sex per week?
2, 3.
Does size really matter?
No.
Describe a healthy relationship in 3 words.
You can be yourself and to go to your dreams together.
What's the worst piece of advice you've ever received?
Not to make compromise.
Interesting.
Like, believe on yourself, don't make compromise. It's not good.
Yeah. What's the best piece of advice you've ever received?
Follow your heart. Heart now.
Brilliant. And then for you, Natalie, what is the meaning of life?
To give more light in this life, to make this life better than was before you.
Brilliant. Well, you've been an absolute pleasure, Natalia. I was finding it very hard to disagree on anything with you. Obviously, the wisdom and the experience that you've got is really showing. So
Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and comment on the video. Let us know your thoughts. As well, on your way out the door, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down here. It'll help this channel out massively. Thank you.